Hey guys, it's been a while since I had an actual like sit down and share my raw emotions kind of video. I don't particularly love making these kind of videos because I feel like when I get to this point of needing to say something or explain how I'm feeling, then it means that I'm not in a great place mentally. And so I always battle with like whether to kind of keep up this facade, or it's not really a facade because I feel like a lot of the time I am really happy, and most of the time I am really happy, and I'm a very upfront person. I don't hide my feelings very well, so if I have a smile on my face, it's usually because I'm happy. It just may be that I don't choose to pick up the camera when I'm not happy. But today, the mom that we have been matched with is 33 weeks pregnant. She is probably going to have a C-section in 6 weeks. So 6 weeks from today, we will probably be meeting her and baby. And I have a lot of mixed emotions about that. And I feel like the closer we get, the more scared I get and the more real my feelings get. If for whatever reason this is the first video that you're watching on our channel, we had a match at the beginning of January, and we traveled and we met mom and baby and actually got up to the point of signing papers, and she decided to parent. And it was really, really tough on us. I think that goes without saying. Sometimes I feel stupid for even saying it because obviously it was tough. But we decided to push through, and we decided that we were going to stay active and that we were not going to give up. There just comes a point in time, I think, that after almost 7 years of going through this, and after everything that we have gone through, that there just comes a point when you're like, I just have to keep going. I can't stop. I just have to keep going. Otherwise, it's never going to be over, and I need for this to be over. And so we decided to stay active. 6 weeks to the day after we got back home from our failed match, we got a new match. And so we have been matched with this mom for about 3 weeks, actually, 3 weeks now. So I feel like over the past 3 weeks, I have tried to not think about things, but obviously the closer you get, the more you start to think about things. And the closer you get, the more you have to start thinking about things, and you have to start kind of preparing yourself for how things are gonna go. And like, Derek and I are going to be traveling again, and we're going to be in a new place again, and we're going to be somewhere that we're not comfortable, and we're gonna be with people that we don't know. We're going to go through this whole same exact situation and just keep our fingers and toes and everything crossed that it's going to turn out differently. Even situations that don't have red flags can still not go in the adoptive parents' favor. It's such a strange situation because no matter what decision is made, someone's going to be hurt, whether it is us or her. Which is very sad to me that there is not a ending that can happen where everybody would be happy. I mean, our hope is that in her choosing us, that she would feel peace at the end of that in some form, and feel like she made the right decision. But a lot of people don't feel that for a long time, and so even if they do know that they made the right decision, it's still not an easy decision. And so the thought of living through those days again scares me to death. And if there was a way for me to fast forward through this, I would do it in a heartbeat. And everybody around me, I feel like, is saying, no, live through these days. These are special days. You want to remember these days. And Honestly, I would give anything to not be able to remember those days from the last match. I would give anything to not see that little baby's face all the time. I feel like I see it a lot. And I still like keep up in my head like how old she would have been. And maybe selfishly how much easier things would be right now if she was with us. And so I'm just at this place of like wanting to believe that it's going to turn out beautifully and really hoping and praying that it does, but also knowing that that's how I felt the last time and it just broke me. And we have talked to this amazing woman, and she has assured us that this is what she needs to do and that this is what she wants to do and that she's not going to back out and she's not going to change her mind. But these are all the same words that the last woman said to us too. And so it's hard. I feel like I have flashbacks of like trauma, like going through a trauma of like hearing these things and being like, wait a minute. I told Derek, I feel like my body is screaming at me to run the other way because this is not good. This is not a healthy situation. This could end badly and we could get hurt again. And the sad thing is that we have to go through this in order to get to the beautiful ending. And we will not know until we go through it what the ending will be. And that's why we chose to go through the last match, even though there were red flags, is because we truly hoped and believed that it would turn out in our favor and that she really would decide to place, and she didn't. And I completely respect that. I have no hard feelings towards her. I can't even imagine going through something like that and making that choice and being strong enough to do that. I just can't comprehend it. But sometimes I think it's easy to discredit your feelings because you are thinking about someone else. And as much as I respect her and I respect her feelings and I respect all of these women's feelings and I respect their choices no matter what they choose, I have feelings too, and Derek has feelings too, and we have hopes and dreams too, and sometimes those don't align with what they decide, and that's fine, but it doesn't take away the way that we feel. So it's just, it's really hard. And some people would probably say, well, I don't understand why you would make a video like this. It's not very uplifting or fun or upbeat, but I talked to a lot of you guys who are going through this, and I want for you to know that it's not always smiles and it's not always happiness and it's not always positivity and being 100% sure that things are going to go the way that we think they're going to go. If anything, after the last match, we know how much they can go against how you think they're going to go. We have decided, Mom finds out the gender on the 22nd, and so on the 25th, we're gonna do a gender reveal. Derek and I are gonna be surprised at Disney. My sister's coming down. A lot of our friends are gonna be there. We'll film it all. We'll put it up for you guys. But I've gone back and forth in my mind over whether to even do something like that because I don't want to have something else that is a really good memory of something that went very wrong for us. And I have a lot of that from the last match. Derek and I spent an entire day filming a gender and name reveal. We didn't know the gender until baby was born this last time, and so there were 2 days in between when we got to the birth date and met them and when papers were going to be signed. And the mom kind of wanted that time with baby by herself, which we completely respected and understood. And so we spent those 2 days shopping for a lot of pink stuff and filming and editing and getting the gender and name reveal ready. And so I still have those pictures and all of that footage on my computer and on my camera and on my phone, and I can't bring myself to delete it. Even though that little girl will not ever be a part of our lives anymore, but she was such a huge part of our lives for 7 days. And so I've really struggled with a gender reveal for this baby. I have ultimately decided to go through with it because I truly believe and hope that this is the one for us. This mom, when we talked to her last Wednesday, even said, I don't want for you to refer to this as my baby. I want you to refer to this baby as yours, because I've never felt like it was mine. I knew it was someone else's. I just had to find them, and now I have found you. And so I'm trying to really take those words to heart and believe her and know that I should soak in every moment, and I should live everything to the fullest that I can, because if this really is our baby that we have waited for 7 years for, I want to experience these moments and live through these and have these special memories. But like I said, it's one of those things where you just are not going to know until it is done, and you can't go back and film a gender reveal when papers are signed and you're holding your baby. But it's scary. It's very scary. And I am terrified, and I think about it a lot. And I think about it a lot more the closer that we get to the more days that go by, which honestly are flying by. I feel like I blink and another week is gone. I just really hope that in 6 weeks I'm not heartbroken again. I just want it to be over, and I want it to be done. And I want to know that when I see that pink or blue balloon at Disney World, that that is the gender of my forever baby. But it's just one of those things that you have to have faith in and believe in and hope that it works out. And that's tough because I like to have control over things, and I have no control over this at all. So that is where I am at. I am going to try to watch a movie and unwind tonight and get ready for bed. But hopefully any of you guys who are going through this same process, you can apply this to infertility, IVF, adoption, whatever. Just being in this place of hoping and believing things are going to go right, but knowing very well that they could not. So just know that I'm right there with you, and we are standing together, and I firmly believe that one day we will be looking from the other side. But to get to that other side, we have to keep moving. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep moving, and we might get some bumps and scrapes and bruises along the way, but that is just proof that we were strong enough. Even when it doesn't feel like it.